Good morning, boys and girls. We're going to be working on page 96. And on page 96, we have quite a bit of problems to solve. So I'm going to be doing a couple for you. And then I want you to solve the rest on your own and checking your answers along with me. So let's get into the thick of it. We're going to be rewriting expressions in fraction form. So just so you're aware, we have these in decimal form here, and all of these are in decimal form, and we're going to be rewriting them in fraction form to solve today to find the sum. Okay, we are adding these decimals. So for instance, let me zoom in on 6 and 4/10. We are going to make this 6 and 4/10 here, plus 5 and 3/10. So to make this easy, we are going to add the whole numbers first to get 11, and then we're going to add the numerators to get 7/10. Then they want us to rewrite, once we get our answer as a mixed number, they want us to rewrite this as a decimal. So we're going to rewrite this as a decimal. So 6 and 4/10 plus 5 and 3/10 equals 11 and 7/10. There we go. That's our first time finding the sum and adding fraction form and then solving and rewriting them in decimal form. All right, let's do the next one. Now this one's actually in hundredths, you can see. So we're going to rewrite this in fraction form. So 6 whole and 62 hundredths plus 2 whole and 98 hundredths. What does that equal? Well, first I'm going to add the whole numbers. So that equals 8. However, we're then going to add the numerators. And 98 plus 62, if you're unsure as to the sum, you can just do some basic addition on the side, which I'm going to do. Beautiful. So it equals 160. So 160 hundredths. Now the issue with this is that we have 8 whole. We have 8 whole, which is fine. However, we have 160 hundredths. We are in the red. This is a fraction greater than 1 or an improper fraction. We need to decompose this and take out 1 whole. And we have 60 hundredths left. Now we are going to add these two, which is 9 whole, and 60 hundredths. I got that from here. So there's my answer. There's my answer as a fraction. Sorry, as a mixed number. What would that look like as a decimal? Well, that would look like this. So it would be 9 and 60 hundredths. Perfect. Boom. Very, very cool. All right, let's do C together, and then I'm gonna have you try and solve D, E, F, G, and H on your own. So let's do this next one where we are going to have 2 2 1/10, but we are adding 94 hundredths to that. So what do we do when we have a tenth and a hundredth? So these are in the red because they are not the same denominator. We need to make them the same denominator. How do we do that? Well, remember, we know that once we change this tenth to 1/100ths, we need to multiply by, boom, by 10. So this is going to become 10 hundredths now plus 94 hundredths, and then we'll get our answer. See how I did that? Now I multiplied this by 10, now it's 10 hundredths, and then I just moved my 94 hundredths so that the equation changed. We changed our tenths to hundredths, and now they have common denominators. Now we can add. Perfect. So let's add the 2 whole. And, ooh, this is going to be interesting. We have 104 hundredths. That's a problem. So I added my numerators and I got 104, but this is an issue because this is a fraction greater than 1. So we need to make sure that we are decomposing. We're taking out the hundredths. So let's take out hundredths to make a whole. And we have 4 hundredths remain. Okay. Now we are going to add our whole number. We're going to add this whole, and that makes 3 whole, and then the 4 hundredths just comes down. This is my answer now. Boom. It's a lot of steps. So, boom, goes down. What does this look like as a decimal? Well, it looks like 3 4 hundredths. Excellent. Perfect. All right, what I want you to do is I want you to try D, E, and F, G, and H on your own. Remember, you can look at my video to see how I change my tenths to hundredths and how I decompose, taking out 100 hundredths when I need to. So go ahead and practice D, E, F, G, and H. I'll come back and check your answers, okay? So good luck on today's math. Remember, rewatch this video to see how I solved each one, the way we solved each one when we rewriting the expression to fraction form and decimal form. Same thing for D, E, F, G, and H. All right, everybody, have a fantastic day. Happy math hunting.